I'm Jon Marshall, and we're Suncoast NPI ITV, and we're coming at you now.
Good morning and welcome to the second edition of Suncoast NPI ITV. I'm Paul Friedlander and I'm your host for this session, and it's going to be my privilege to not only introduce the owner and the CEO of Suncoast NPI, but your host for the next three sessions following, Mr. Jon Marshall.
Wow. Thank you, Paul.
It's my pleasure, young man.
Great to see you. This is second show, Suncoast NPI ITV. Oh, man. The last one was amazing. The response and the feedback that we've had was just through the roof, and again, just can't be more honored and thrilled to be part of this this endeavor called Suncoast NPI ITV, where we get to showcase our members' talents.
Yes,
and we get to elevate the Suncoast NPI brand. And really, at the end of the day, I mean, we're just growing businesses and helping out the community. And it's this conduit with WeBeam TV, with this Mr. Gaston providing the platform, has been incredible. And kudos again to Jason Robinson with the producing, making us look good up here.
Which is difficult, not so much for you, but definitely for me.
I don't know about that, man.
But we are, and John and WeBeam TV give so much back to the community and have so many different shows that go on throughout the week. It's hard to believe it's been a week since we did our first show. Isn't it? And I was a guest on that one, so that was fun.
And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, and it was crazy fun. It's different. It's a different world. Again, I think if you guys didn't see the first show, I encourage you guys to go back and look at it. Yep. There's value there. You had Paul Friedlander. You had David Scott with Cosmic Digital Design. You had Ben Kokenauer with Mango Realty. And really, this is just an opportunity for all of us to expand our reach. Yes. Expand our presence, and you as the viewer to see, can learn from the best of the best in the Tampa Bay area, and also give you an opportunity. Maybe it's time for you to lean in. Maybe it's time for you to become part of Suncoast NPI. What is Suncoast NPI? It's, we're a locally owned. That's me. 29-year young. Actually, 29 in May. Can you believe that? It's crazy. 29-year young referral networking organization, seat specific, with the community look and feel. And again, as the viewers, as you guys listen in and lean into that, what does that mean to you? We're a referral based business, and that we're here to help you grow your business through word of mouth referrals. And there's really no better way to do that, and there's no other way where you can actually just go in and expand your sales force by a good 15, 30 rock star professionals like that are vetted and there to help you and help you grow.
And for the people that are listening that maybe aren't a part of NPI, I think there's probably some misconceptions about what an NPI, a networking group, is why it's valuable, how it works.
Yeah, I agree, and I was there myself. Before I actually ended up purchasing Suncoast NPI. I'll never forget. It was 6 years ago. And I was running sales for a company called Savvy Card, and I actually sold the technology into NPI. And I'll never forget, the gentleman says, "I need for you to come to this weekly meeting." And I'm like, "Weekly meeting? Yeah, are you kidding me? There's no way on God's green earth I'm coming in for a weekly meeting. I don't have time for that." But at the end of the day, I needed to save the sale, to be honest with you. Right. It was customer service. The customer said, "I need you there," and I said, "Yes, sir." But what I found was that it was, people were there as a community. They were there, and they not only, you could see that they had an ROI, but they also had an ROIT, the return on investment of their time, and more so than from financial. But at the end, the people sign up for this to make money.
Yes.
And you make money. In NPI, we have a money back guarantee. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. Can we talk after the show?
Yeah, so if the things don't work out, and we have a money back guarantee, and it's like you make money, but you do so much more than that. You become an influence for others. You have we have a means and a conduit, and we'll get to this in a second, for an educational opportunity, and the fact just giving back to the community.
Well, and you know, one of the things, John, that you and I've talked about before is, and very aware of it, is people spend sometimes so much time working in their business.
Right.
They don't see the value in working on their business because they feel that that's taking away from their business, especially if they're a small business owner, if they're a retail shop, if they're that type of thing.
Right.
What my opinion, what NPI offers out there, Suncoast NPI, offers the opportunity to do both at the same time. Not only work on your business, but work in your business. Because we have some phenomenal members in each of the chapters that do our, talk a little bit about aha moments.
Yeah, I'd love to. And so the aha moment, it was something that actually we gave birth to. I have we have a separate company, a separate entity called Edgenovo. I actually have a tech partner on that, is Rob Sloan. What's up, Rob? And so what we're all about with that is actually, well, let me take a step back. So when I purchased NPI, one of the things I felt that was needed within the organization was education. And with my background of being 20 plus years in tech sales back on the other coast, the other Bay Area, San Francisco, and I always liked new stuff. I always liked and creating something new. And so we launched an educational platform, and today it actually consists of sales best practices, marketing best practices, and business operation best practices, but then tying it in specifically to your question, to business networking best practices. And so what we do is on this platform, and a value add to Suncoast NPI members, I might add,
exactly.
It's a value add to our members, is we started out as an aha moment. So every week within the chapters, we actually have an educational tidbit. And the mindset behind that is when you come in there, yeah, hopefully you're going to grow your business, but worst case scenario, I'm a firm believer iron sharpens iron, right? And we just get each other sharper and get each other better and bring this content to the table where they can actually go, I didn't know that, and implement it now, implement it into their business. So I tell you what, we have a video rolled up, and why don't we take a quick look at one of these?
What does it take to build a business that is sustained through referral generation? The problem is it's not that simple. There are actually many different factors that go into determining how successful you can be from referrals. These factors include how long you've been in business. Sometimes it's how many referrals are currently being generated, as well as the effectiveness of other marketing and networking activities, and the consistent execution of your business processes. If your plan is to start a business and simply tell your friends and family what it is that you're doing, and then expect any interested prospects to just call, you will be disappointed by this very small referral network. Just because people are aware of your business does not mean that they get to know your business. You have to put yourself out there and network. There are many different pieces to the referral puzzle, and the more well-developed you make this puzzle, the easier it is for people to generate referrals for you. And that's where the referral network comes into play. You have to put all of the puzzle pieces together. You want to create a vivid picture, inspiring, something intriguing that people are going to be interested in. The quicker that you're able to put all of these pieces together for your referral network, the quicker you'll start generating referrals on a very consistent basis. The Referrals Playbook is a guide that's set out with various tactics and strategies about how you can put these various items together. Specifically, there are 9 practices that you can use. We use the acronym REFERRALS: reciprocate, educate, fill, experience, recommend, represent, associate, lead, and simplify. The Referrals Playbook is organized into 52 topics, one for every single week of the year. It's done to develop and sustain your business with referrals. It's been designed so that you can actually review this over the course of a year, and you'll start generating actual referral results in no time. You'll be able to generate referrals in a very short period of time, because time is of the essence. Referrals have the highest ROI, so the faster you can generate referrals through your network, the more money you can make. Thanks for watching this Monday morning sip of coffee.
Perfect. So that just gives you an example. What we call that today within the Suncoast NPI world is the Monday morning sip of coffee. And so how we have it teed up, every Suncoast NPI member is delivered an email on Monday morning, and it comes with the quality content like that, what you just saw. and then it actually has relevant content below that as well. And again, we're just trying to, as the owner, I really just want my members to have immense value, not only in the chapter, but everywhere else with socials and all that. And hey, this is a little plug here for NPI. If you're leaning in, maybe Suncoast NPI isn't for you. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but maybe it's not, or maybe you run a business, or maybe you even run another networking organization, and you're interested in these Monday morning sip of coffees. We can definitely white label that for you as well, and bring it to you and market for you as well. And so that's something that's available.
And that pretty much talks about what this man is all about: a servant's heart, about giving back, knowing that what you give back will come back multi times. And why don't you let some of the, since we didn't really get a chance to talk about it, I know we're running out of time, where are the chapters located, and how can they become involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So Suncoast NPI it's kind of bordered with what we call as North Pinellas,
right,
which is defined by Ulmerton Road, all of Pasco,
yep, and
then what we call West Hillsboro, defined by 275.
Okay.
And so don't fret, Tampa Bay area folks, because I have two peers, Michelle Bullard that has South Pinellas, and then Guy Howerton that has East Hillsboro. So we have, between that, we have over 20 chapters that actually exist, that meet on a weekly basis, and we're continually growing. Actually, our next one up is the Trinity Lunch chapter on Wednesday. They're probably 3-4 applicants from ready to rock and roll and becoming our next official chapter.
And we don't just throw anybody into these groups, do we, John? We vet our applicants.
We do.
Why is that important?
And we do, and it's very important. And no, we're closing out here in a couple seconds, but just to put an exclamation point on it, you know, as the owner, I'm not interested in the membership check. I'm interested in the member, and that's better for everybody. So we look for people that are truly rock stars on the categories, that have a servant's heart, and that are committed to the commitment to make the chapters thrive. And that's how this all works together. And the bottom line, you know what we like to say? We'll end this with a handshake and a little logo. Let's see how this goes. Suncoast NPI, when we pull together, we all win. Great job, Paul.
Thank you, sir.
Many people ask, how long does it take to build a business that is sustained through referral generation? The problem is it's not that simple. There are actually many different factors that go into determining how successful you can be from referrals. These factors include how long you've been in business. Sometimes it's how many referrals are currently being generated, as well as the effectiveness of other marketing and networking activities, and the consistent execution of your business processes. If your plan is to start a business and simply tell your friends and family what it is that you're doing, and then expect any interested prospects to just call, you will be disappointed by this very small referral network. Just because people are aware of your business does not mean that they get to know your business. You have to put yourself out there and network. There are many different pieces to the referral puzzle, and the more well-developed you make this puzzle, the easier it is for people to generate referrals for you. And that's where the referral network comes into play. You have to put all of the puzzle pieces together. You want to create a vivid picture, inspiring, something intriguing that people are going to be interested in. The quicker that you're able to put all of these pieces together for your referral network, the quicker you will start generating referrals on a very consistent basis. The Referrals Playbook is a guide that's set out with various tactics and strategies about how you can put these various items together. Specifically, there are 9 practices that you can use. We use the acronym REFERRALS: reciprocate, educate, fill, experience, recommend, represent, associate, lead, and simplify. The Referrals Playbook is organized into 52 topics, one for every single week of the year. It's done to develop and sustain your business with referrals. It's been designed so that you can actually review this over the course of a year, and you'll start generating actual referral results in no time. You'll be able to generate referrals in a very short period of time, because time is of the essence. Referrals have the highest ROI, so the faster you can generate referrals through your network, the more money you can make. Thanks for watching this Monday morning sip of coffee.
Hi, my name is Jon Marshall. I'm the owner of Suncoast NPI. We're a locally owned, seat-specific, world-class, 28-year young referral networking organization with a community look and feel. This past year, We gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members. But more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play. Hey, welcome back to Suncoast NPI ITV. I'm Jon Marshall. I'm the owner of Suncoast NPI, and man, this is the second show. I can't believe this still. I'm still like all giddy and fired up. I mean, again, the feedback we've had has been phenomenal, and I've got an incredible guest over here, Mr. Murack, but just so you know, after Mark, we have Kert, Rhodes, and Lorie with KLeer Title. And then we have Mr. Jason Robinson with Kinard Consulting. But most importantly, right now in front of me, you know, we're talking about Suncoast NPI and an NPI member.
Yeah.
You know what we say that they, you know, need to be a rock star in your category? Boom.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Need to have a servant's heart.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you.
And committed the commitment to make the chapters thrive, man.
Right.
So, like, I'm excited. I'm you know, just excited to have you as a Suncoast NPI member. I like to call it a family member. Right. And
well, it's funny you say that because it does really feel like a family sometimes. You know, I've been in other organizations. We won't name them, but you're kind of one of a number, right? And NPI, you're definitely more of a family. I think we can all feed off each other, and we can, you know, we've been through some trials and tribulations, and I think that we really have, you know, come together a lot closer. So you're right on the mark when you say family.
Yeah, so now I appreciate sharing that. I mean, that's what we try to, I mean, hey, we're at the end of the day, with the network, we're looking to make money. Sure. You know, I mean, hey, we're in business, looking to make money, looking to grow our bottom line. Right. And, but there's a lot more to it. So, Mark Murack, Direct Mail Systems. Right. Tell me a little bit about Mark.
Oh, well, first of all, thank you very much for introducing me and let me speak here. This is great. This is a great opportunity. A little bit about me is, you know, obviously, I love helping my customers win. And when I help my customers win, my company wins. Direct Mail Systems is where I'm at right now, and it's a great 40-year-old company. It's interesting how it's very similar to what NPI is. Okay. We're a 40-year-old company that helps our customers with reaching out to their customers and their prospects. And that's really what it is. And if I wanted to really break down what Direct Mail Systems is in a nutshell, it's people. And that's what really makes us strong, is the people, the service, and the level of commitment that my team brings. Because you can get direct mail and printing done almost anywhere, but if you really want to have that experience and have someone that's on your team looking out for your best interests, I think Direct Mail Systems is one of the best in the area. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. You want to take it that, like, let's peel that onion back a layer or two and dive a little bit deeper into that? Yeah, no problem. So what is direct mail, I guess, if you want to talk about that, right? That's kind of what our name implies that we do. We're much more than that. But direct mail is a way for you to reach out to your customers. There's a whole host of options when you're looking to be, you know, top of mind with your customers. And we talk about it every day. Digital, email, text, mobile. This thing has replaced a lot of what we used to do, right? I have one. Yes, exactly. But direct mail is much more than that. And long ago, direct mail used to kind of have a bad name, right? Bulk mail, sending out thousands and thousands and thousands of people hoping to get a 0.5% or 1% return. It's definitely changed. Now it's very targeted. It's very direct. You have to have good content and good data for your piece to actually do what you want it to do. Gotcha. So, like, when you talk about like targeted, like how targeted do you go? Very granular. Very granular. So, in real estate, it's location, 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 right? Yep. In direct mail, it's data, data, data. That's really the driving force behind if a direct mail piece is going to be successful and if it's not. So as a company, you kind of know what your target is, your target market. Who are the people that are buying your products and services? You kind of know that. Right. But with data, we can really dive down in. And it takes a lot longer than this little time that we have here to get into details. But the more and better your data is, the more targeted we can get and the better results you're going to get. Gotcha. So for instance, I'm starting a practice, a dentist practice, and I'm going to be an orthodontist. So I really want to have my data set to be reflecting of families with young children.
Perfect.
Makes sense, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So we can help our customers to dive through. Data is huge. Big data, that's the name, it's very little unwielding. It's hard to actually get down to a level where you can make sense of it and take it from this huge big data into something that you can apply.
Gotcha.
So we help our customers with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And hey, putting it out in a story, man, that's perfect. That helps everybody understand what you're talking about.
Right, right.
So yeah, that's great. And I noticed something. You had this harness the power. What's this harness the power?
Well, it's kind of interesting that you say that because, again, direct mail. If you just say that word, it's almost a little dirty, right?
Yeah, I get it.
It has changed. So there's a lot of power behind direct mail that people don't realize.
Right.
So our whole philosophy with putting together this booklet, and this is what you're referring to, is that we want to educate our customers.
Okay, perfect.
The best thing that I can do is I can bring all of our experience from my team and from myself to bear when a customer comes to me with a problem. So we want to harness all of that energy, we want to harness all of that experience, because if we don't, you're not going to really be sure of what you're really looking to do.
Gotcha.
And what potentially your return on investment could be. So the way our process works is we sit down with our customers, we go through a fairly extensive discovery process to find out the who, what, why, where, and how of what you want to do.
Right.
And then we can tailor the direct mail piece to fit what their objectives are.
So it sounds like to me, you got a big bullseye, you got a big board out there, and you're bringing in the bullseye.
Right.
And I don't know.
There's a couple different ways to hit a bullseye, right?
Absolutely.
You can either throw a whole bunch of darts, or you can throw a couple with really good aim. So that's what we do.
So you pretty good hitting the bullseye? You pretty good? At least getting the top with the 20?
That's a long time ago, John. We used to to practice that, but
yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying it once again.
No, that's cool. I appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, because there's so many different mediums, so many different avenues, and there's so much noise out there. And so what I love that I've heard is that how you can just get granular. Pull that layer, keep peeling that layers of that onion back, and get fine-tuned down into the customer.
Sure.
So you gave the example on the dentist. Is there you want to give like a case study, something that you've run through, that you've done, that's something that made a lot of sense for everybody involved?
Sure. Well, we can actually go through a couple pieces here and talk to you what really targeted direct mail looks like. So obviously I brought some samples here. When you talk about targeting, you really want to get to the point where you're very, very, very granulated. So if this was a piece that this particular organization wanted to get out, we can actually get to the point bringing data into it where I can do a personalized map that shows them exactly where from their house they can drive to get to the location of this particular vendor or this particular business. Yeah. Now, how important is that? If you get a piece of mail and it just says, hey, here's a grand opening, hope to see you there. Right. Versus, hey, we're having a grand opening, John. Yep. Would you like to bring your wife? And here's directions on how to get there. And by the way, if you show up, we're going to give you 10% off your first order. That's how we can get very, very granular. We can make it more personal and more targeted. Gotcha. Because there is an excitement when you go to the mailbox. When you actually open up the mailbox and pull out that first mail piece, hopefully it's not a bill, right? Or hopefully it's not a letter from the IRS, but maybe it's something from Granny. Remember, you used to get Granny's, used to send a letter, put a couple dollars in there. Yeah, it's like... there's that excitement. So we want to have that. We want to expand that out and make sure that our clients' customers feel that same thing when they're looking at their direct mail piece. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, it's great what you bring to the table. It's great what you're bringing. It's great. If you don't mind, can I segue over maybe to a little bit to NPI? Yeah, sure. Is that fair? I mean, you've been a member for a while, and you're a member now in our... What chapter is that again? Dunedin. Dunedin. Wednesday mornings at Perkins on Curlew. That's right, Dunedin. I knew that. Man, that was just a softball. So, one of the things you do in there is, you're an active member, but you give back in so many ways, as from a secretary perspective in the chapter. It's like, so tell me a little bit about NPI and your experience, if you don't mind. NPI, in my experience, is another way to give back and to expand my network. That's really what it is. When I go there on Wednesday mornings at Perkins on Curlew, tag. I get the opportunity to meet some of my friends, right? And then we can have our conversations, and we can dive into the challenges that we had from the last week and what we're looking forward to for the next week. Part of my duties as secretary is to actually record all the things that we're doing, all those one-on-ones that we do.
Keep track of all that stuff?
We keep track of it.
Get out of here.
And we're doing very well, by the way. We're one of your better chapters. So, yeah, so we keep track of the one-on-ones, the referred business, which is important because we're all looking to make money.
Yeah.
But another thing that really attracted me to MPI is the ability to give back to the community. And one thing that kind of sets you apart is that we do track those community service hours, and that really means a lot to us.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And you know, as we have about a minute or so to close out,
Sure.
That's with NPI. It's like, you know, I think I shared this before, and I know you've heard it from me. I mean, that's my heart. You know, that's what we look for. It's like we're here. There's a lot of different ways we can make money. You know, I'm a little biased since I'm the owner, but the referral marketing and referral network is the #1 way to grow your business. And then you point right back into you and direct mail as you're out there.
Right.
And how can we kind of close out for a final point? What would be like your elevator pitch? How about that? We'll go like your elevator pitch.
That's the great segue. I love it. So what we can do as an organization, right? What the experience that we can bring to bear is that we do have all the trappings of a very large organization. We have the data, we have the equipment, we have the experience, we have the facility, but we're also small enough to care.
Right.
So we're large enough to do all the work, but we're small enough to care, and we take each and every one of our customers very seriously, and we want them to win. We want to make sure that they're winning when they're out there.
Gotcha.
And one other plug to throw in there for direct mail. You always hear about the digital natives, right? The younger generation of millennials that were raised on this. It's an interesting fact that demographic has a very soft spot in our heart for direct mail.
Interesting.
Something to think about. Don't give up on those millennials.
No. That's awesome. So we're going to close out. Here's something we're trying to work out on the end. So we'll see if we can do this on air. So we're going to close out like every little segment.
Okay.
So like Suncoast NPI, when we pull together,
we all win.
And then we go like this. How's that?
That's perfect, man.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Jon Marshall. I'm the owner of Suncoast NPI. We're a locally owned, seat-specific, world-class, 28-year young referral networking organization with a community look and feel. This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members, but more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're back here on a Focus on Business, and today we're going to talk to Jon Marshall from the Suncoast NPI.
Yes,
I gotta make sure I throw that in because everybody's like, "What's NPI?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's Suncoast NPI."
The tagline is 28+ year young, world-class, seat-specific referral networking organization with a community look and feel. This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members, but more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play. So I got turned on to this organization about 6 years ago, and I really liked what it was all about. Wasn't really familiar with a leads group, a referral group, or a seat specific at that point. So that was all just kind of an understanding and trying to figure out what's what. But once I kind of got in and took a look underneath the hood, I realized there was a lot of synergies that related well for me, my personality style, and my leadership capabilities as far as having a servant's heart, and then really just kind of being involved with the seat-specific organization, and we can get into that here in a minute, but to really kind of help individuals grow, not only professionally, but personally as well. Because people, the reason they join a seat-specific group is they're there to make money. Right. Hey, welcome back, Suncoast NPI ITV. I'm Jon Marshall. I'm the owner of Suncoast NPI. And we're doing a TV show. Can you believe it?
Absolutely.
You guys are live on TV. You know, Kert Rhodes, Lorie, Moots.
Yes.
How did I do on that pronunciation?
Fantastic.
Wow. See, who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right?
That's right.
So should we do this? Should we do it? Let's get
do it.
real. You ready?
All right.
All right. How do we do this? Oh,
Gotta do it.
man.
Part of the segment.
Now
All
it's
right.
real.
All right.
Oh.
Love-hate relationship.
Man, I didn't wear my garnet and gold today, but then all kidding aside, guys, members of Suncoast NPI, Kert,
Yes.
you're president of our Palm Harbor chapter that meets
Awesome.
Tuesday
I love it.
mornings, and totally psyched. The reason we're doing Suncoast NPI TV is really twofold, and most importantly, it's for Suncoast NPI members such as yourself to get much more exposure, much more value add to your membership. And actually for you that's listening right now, gives you the opportunity like, hey, maybe this is something I need to lean into. Not only can I get involved with an organization that's going to help me grow my bottom line business with referrals, but then I actually got this TV show that I can be part of. Hey, did you know something? Can I tell you something?
Sure, go ahead.
We're the only seat-specific referral organization that does this.
Love
That's
it.
awesome.
Boom, drop the mic. But
Love
this
it.
isn't about this. This is about you guys. So why don't you, if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about, if you want to go personal for a little bit, that's cool. This is your time. This is our time, but it's your time. Tell us a little bit about what makes Kert and Lorie tick.
Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
For having us here. Again, my name is Kert Rhodes. I'm with KLeer Title. Actually, we are managing members. We are owners.
Awesome.
And how we all started KLeer Title was actually April 2nd of 2018. That's when we opened our doors.
So we're coming up to a year.
Right. So we're coming up to our one annual.
Super excited.
That's
anniversary,
awesome.
Which is great.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I hear there's a party too.
Yes, there's a party. April
We love
2nd.
parties. We have a lot of parties.
We had a few parties. Yes.
Yes, I've been to a few. They're awesome.
So rewinding it back, say November of 2017, she approached me, and make a long story short, said wanted to have a title company. And I know her rapport, 27 years of experience. I've known her for 25 years because I used to be in the mortgage business, and I knew what her value was. I knew how she ticked. I knew the responsibility she has for actually running her own company.
Right.
So I was like, let's do this. Let's put this all together, and here we are. You know, we're almost a year
Dream
in.
come true.
And
27
we've done
years in the
extremely
making.
well.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's exciting. Really
That's
exciting.
so cool.
Yeah.
And he's a great sales marketer, and he's the marketing director. I'm
Okay.
the licensed title agent, and
Awesome.
yeah, it's a great team.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal, and that's just like a story. I just love those stories. You know, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and started a few companies, and
It's
so I
scary
just love
starting
it.
your own business.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
It's been amazing. It's really a dream come true. Absolutely. Yeah.
It has been a process. Yeah, it really is, and there's a lot of responsibility. But we always looked at it and said, "Hey, sky's the limit. Let's just get this thing off the ground."
Yep.
You got a good rapport with a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So do I. You're a licensed title agent.
Right.
I'm good with the marketing and sales side of things. So it was actually a really good mesh for both of us.
It was.
Gotcha.
And here we are again, almost 1 year, and we're rocking and rolling. You know, knock on wood, we're doing well. Trying to build relationships with everybody.
Yeah.
One call, one meeting at a time, right?
It is.
One exposure right here at a time.
Exactly.
Maybe somebody's out there watching you right now, like, you know what? I need to lean in. I need to learn more about these folks.
Right.
And so I would. I know that.
Yes.
So we cover the whole state of Florida. Yeah, so we can do closings in any county in the state of Florida. And it
That's
doesn't,
awesome.
we don't charge the client the extra money, you know, if they're not in town near us. We go to them at no charge. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Which
incredible.
is a great service.
I mean, that's like a huge
Yes.
differentiator,
Yeah,
right?
because everyone's busy. You know, you're working, you have things to do, take care of your family, and you're selling a house. It's very stressful. Buying a house is very stressful. So we try to make it as easy and smooth as possible.
Gotcha.
And with my 27 years of knowledge, it's like, I got this.
I got this.
I got you.
I got it.
I got
I
you.
got it.
I got this. And I take care of it, you know?
That's
People call me and they're all
fantastic.
stressed out, and by the time they hang up, they're laughing. So, yeah.
Just having a cup of coffee with a friend, right?
Exactly. Exactly. When you love what you do, It's easy.
Amen to that.
And when we can help people in that situation, it makes them a lot more comforting, and it's a lot easier closing, if you will, and that's what we're all about, making the transition or the transaction as smooth as possible.
Right.
Gotcha.
When they come to closing and they're excited and, you know, everyone's happy, and
Right.
that's
Not just
what
the
it's
clients,
about. That's what it's
but
about.
not just the clients, but the realtors, the investors.
Exactly.
They're coming here, wow, this is a great process. You guys really knocked it out of the park. You communicate with us from start to finish. We love that. And lo and behold, here we come. They have more contracts to send us.
Absolutely.
So when you build that rapport for yourself, it's always a good thing.
That's a great, not a good thing. That's a great thing. And kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
So April 2nd, 2018.
Yes.
It was official start date. 27 years.
27 years.
20 years,
yeah.
years of experience prior.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Super crazy.
you started like when you were 8,
22.
8, 10, something like that, right?
I like that, 8, 10.
Yeah,
That's good. People are out there doing the math right now.
And my daughter, who's 18, will be 19 in March, she joined us, and now she's learning the business. So it's super exciting for me, especially
That's
to have her
incredible.
there and to teach her everything and to watch her grow. And yeah, it's going to be cool.
That is very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Congratulations on
Thank
that
you.
as
Thank
well.
you. Thank
know,
you.
it's that's really cool to have the ability to keep your daughter, a loved one, and part of the community and something that within your business. That's
Exactly.
awesome.
And she's very detail oriented, which you don't see a lot in 18-year-olds.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't. I mean, at least I don't.
I don't know.
I'm going by just my experience. When they can see it's kind of just like her mother, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It makes you feel kind of warm and fuzzy.
It's exciting to see if she's going to end up in marketing, or she's going to do the clothes. Like, it's just exciting to see what. Where she fits in.
Where is she going to blossom, right?
Exactly.
What is her sole purpose, I guess? So,
so that's exciting.
that's cool.
Yeah.
You want to talk maybe a little bit about the title? I mean, a lot of people out here probably don't even understand what it means.
Right.
And you want to walk through, like, what does it look like? How does it go from, like, lack of better words, cradle to grave?
Yeah, when people think of title, they think of, oh, how am I titled to my property based on my warranty deed? Well, title is actually title insurance. We're insuring the transaction. We're protecting the lender, the new lender, to make sure that the mortgage is in first position on the property according to like public records.
Right.
And actually, there's a lot of legal stuff and a lot of like I have to keep up on my credit hours and take courses and stuff like that to keep up on all the changing in the industry. And I mean, it's a lot to learn. It takes you a long time to learn it. And that's why, for me, it's like all up in my brain. So, I can just figure things out as I go. But yeah. Title insurance. I mean, you got to be insured. You want to make sure, you have that. So
there's some serious stories out there that aren't, right? If they don't have it.
The biggest transaction most people will ever make.
Right.
And we want to insure them. They want to make sure that the process is done correctly from A to Z. And it can be very stressful, as you mentioned earlier.
Right.
So we don't want those people to get caught up in the things that they don't know.
Yeah.
And that's why we kind of have them revert back to us so we can kind of educate them and walk them through the process.
Sure.
Make it very simple.
Yeah.
And we're backed by First American, which is our underwriter.
Okay.
So they're one of the largest, if not the largest. And if we have any question, like if we have a title problem that we can't figure out, they help us because it's like a whole bunch of attorneys that work on everything and help us through those transactions. So
okay, yeah, that's awesome.
So we have backup too.
Okay.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
Right.
So. What is give me like you have a good story? Let's hear a story. Good story from a title perspective. Come on, I know you have
I've
one.
done closing, like where I've done closings are crazy stories. On the top of like a hood of a car in a parking lot. Oh, let's sign the papers, and the papers are flying everywhere because the wind's blowing. I've met people at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. One time we had to send a notary to a jail.
Yikes.
To get somebody to sign off on some stuff. So yeah, it can get a little crazy. I mean, we go to nursing homes.
Wow.
It can. There's definitely stories.
I can only imagine.
I
can only imagine.
Yeah.
So so again, cover the entire state.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So that's a Huge differentiator.
Right. And something else that people don't realize is that sellers pick the title company. So if you're selling your home, you have the right to choose which title company that you're going to close with, because you're paying those costs.
Right.
You pay for the owner's title policy for the new owner to be covered, and you're paying for the doc stamps on the deed. So you have the chance to choose. So yeah,
that's awesome.
I mean,
I
most
bet you,
people have no idea
sure,
that they have that right. So
most people just take the direction of, say, a realtor, and the realtor says, "Hey, you need to do A, B, and C," and they just do the A, B, and C's.
Gotcha.
So it's, again, here comes the 27 years of experience, the education,
and knowledge, and to to educate everyone, to explain to them that, hey, you're selling your house, you can pick the title company.
Gotcha.
So
no, that's incredible. We have like a minute and a half before we close out. Is there anything specific, anything you want to make sure that, hey, I need to put an exclamation point on this point? Is there anything there? If not, we could segue, if you don't mind, over to like NPI for a second and talk about how NPI's worked out for you in the sales and marketing role, or maybe you just want
President over here.
Yeah, Mr. President. Hail to the chief.
So
you know, that was almost a gator.
Oh, you're turning around.
I don't know.
No, if they want to contact us, which most people want to go on the internet and do their research, you can go to www.KLeerTitle.com, and that's KLeer. And there's the reason why it's KLeer is that first letter is Kert for me, second letter is L for Lorie, and that's how we kind of came up with KLeer.
Wow, so drop the mic.
It's a little different. People even ask us, why is it called KLeer Title? Why is it KLeer?
I have to tell you, I've known you guys for about a year now, and I didn't know that until today. So I got a little nugget out of it.
That's why it's a capital K and a capital L. So as you look at my shirt, you're
now I'm like,
starting to figure it out. Exactly.
You know,
so KLeerTitle.com, and you can fill out some information on there if you like. Call us.
That's and that's your website up right there. We got it right in the background.
Yep. Our emails are there.
Incredible. Email.
That is.
And all your contact information is right there.
Absolutely.
So you guys, we're closing this out. You guys are it's the second show.
Yeah.
And so I can't believe you guys are on here already.
Awesome.
We got NPI ITV cranking out.
Thank
you. And you
you
guys are awesome. And what we do, how we kind of close out, is we go Suncoast NPI. When we pull together,
we all win.
We all win.
Absolutely.
Great job, everybody.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jon Marshall. I'm the owner of Suncoast NPI. We're a locally owned, seat-specific, world-class, 28-year young referral networking organization with a community look and feel. This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members. But more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're back here on a Focus on Business, and today we're going to talk to Jon Marshall from the Suncoast NPI.
Yes,
I gotta make sure I throw that in, because everybody's like, "What's NPI?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's Suncoast NPI."
The tagline is 28+ year young, world-class, seat-specific referral networking organization with a community look and feel. This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members. But more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play. So I got turned on to this organization about 6 years ago, and I really liked what it was all about. Wasn't really familiar with a leads group, a referral group, or a seat specific at that point. So that was all just kind of an understanding and trying to figure out what's what. But once I kind of got in and took a look underneath the hood, I realized there was a lot of synergies that related well for me, my personality style, and my leadership capabilities as far as having a servant's heart, and then really just kind of being involved with the seat-specific organization, and we can get into that here in a minute, but to really kind of help individuals grow, not only professionally, but personally as well. Because people, the reason they join a seat-specific group is they're there to make money.
Right.
Hey, welcome back to Suncoast NPI ITV. We're closing out our second show. I'm Jon Marshall, owner of Suncoast NPI, and NPI ITV has been a true blessing to us. I mean, the response that we've had already with just our second show in right now, with the first show being out last week, was the response has been through the roof. We got people that are calling in. They're like, how do I get involved? How do I get on this show? I'm like, but it's crazy. I think people are going to even sign up to become members just because they can get on this,
Absolutely.
and they become members and they make money because it's all about referrals. So I don't know. There's not a win-win out there. I mean, it's right here. So enough of that. So I have Jason Robinson. So Jason Robinson, I love this guy. He's an incredible young man, and he's on here representing Kinard Consulting. Mm-hmm. He also, in the background, he's actually helping with Suncoast NPI ITV, and you're going to hear a little bit about this from a production perspective and just with the talents that he brings to the table. But before we even get to any of that, just Jason, welcome.
Thank you, man. Glad to be here. It's definitely a pleasure to be on and have a good time and just talk about business.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, just to kind of give a little background about myself, Florida born and raised.
Woo!
Yeah,
not many of you guys.
Very few still around. Very few still around. Grew up playing football, had a blast, and through that, I actually got a scholarship to go play football. Attended John Carroll University up in Cleveland, Ohio.
John Carroll.
Great football powerhouse for those of you that may not know. A small college, but
pretty powerful.
But big in football. I mean, the last Super Bowl, I mean, there was some big representation there.
Yep. I know it.
So after that, came back home. After graduation, did not like the winter. The winters were awful up in Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland
was just awful. So I started my corporate career. I was primarily in the HR realm, focusing a lot on organizational strategy and development. I started Kinard Consulting in 2015.
Okay.
Just wanted to branch out on my own and try and make a much larger impact. One of the things that stood out to me growing up is I had a football coach at Countryside High School, Coach John Davis. And I remember one day we were having an awful day in practice, and it wasn't good. I'll just leave it at that. But one of the things that really stood out to me at the end of that practice, Coach said, "Man, every day you either get better, or you get worse. You never stay the same."
Yep.
And something about that just stuck with, even as a 16, 17-year-old kid, like that stuck with me. So when I started Kinard, that was my emphasis, making companies better, helping the company to improve, helping the people within that company to improve. So yeah, that was 2015, and everything was great. And I started to notice things in business, and one of the things that I'm really big on with business is being agile and being able to make necessary adjustments as they come up. And some of the things that I've been seeing, especially in the marketing and advertising realm, was leading to the route of video. People aren't really reading that much anymore. People have much shorter attention spans.
What? What? What are you talking about?
And the importance of video for companies has grown tremendously because people aren't being sold to anymore. They're doing their own research.
Yeah.
There have been a number of different marketing studies out there that show that over 90% of consumers, they're using video, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, or just content that companies create to make actual buying decisions. Gotcha. And if you're a company and you do not have this content available, right, then you're missing out on a huge opportunity to gain those clients.
No doubt.
So with that, Kinard Pictures was born.
Okay.
So Kinard Pictures and Kinard Consulting, they do run concurrently, and then just through my development, I also have Kinard Pictures separately to cover various events. and with that being said, we actually have some video back there.
What? We do?
Yeah, we have some video back there that we can queue up. So this first video is going to be a wedding that I did. It's a little wedding highlight teaser that I did not too long ago. It was actually my first wedding, so I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. It was a bit stressful, but it was fun nonetheless. So we can go ahead and roll that clip.
Awesome.
I feel in my heart that you are meant for each other. They've been able to grow as people and learn from one another and have led us to this very day. Jamie, I know you will protect, guide, and show her all the love that she deserves.
Today, Jamie, I make you this promise. I vow to be your constant love and your support, your devoted partner in life. I allow myself to grow through your remarkable love for me.
Shannon, what was once impossible became possible and is now a reality. You've always been whole, perfect, and complete, and now so am I.
No matter what you do in life, man, you got your wife, all right? I've learned that over 17 years, no matter what you do or where you go, your wife is always there for you.
First one too?
Yeah, it's my very first one.
Wow.
But you know, just that whole being agile and being able to take opportunities as they come.
Yeah.
So it was actually through NPI that opportunity came to me.
No, come on. Suncoast NPI.
Yeah, it was through NPI.
You made some money off of that?
Made some money off of that. Absolutely. So that was definitely a blast. So that's just one of the things that I've done, and just I guess my growth and progression as a filmmaker, but also as a consultant. So going the consultant route, I actually did a short clip for an athletic company, the Beast Athletics. It's a very good friend of mine, Tuck Taylor. He has a gym that focuses a lot on like the athlete development physically, but he also does a lot mentally as well for athletes.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that whole mental aspect is huge.
Absolutely, especially when you think about, you know, it's fantastic to perform in practice, but when you're in the game under pressure, you have hundreds, maybe thousands of people looking at you, and you're at the line and it's just you and the rim, or you're on the football field or on the baseball diamond. You know, those things make a difference, and it does have an impact on you. So, you know, one of the things that I wanted to capture with the video for Beast is, you know, just to show the all-encompassing, you know, men, women, children, all ages, you know, all different body types, body styles. But, you know, focusing on improving, you know, you'll see, like, you know, did you win today? And that's something that, you know, the moment you walk into the door should be your mindset, you know what, I'm going to get better today.
Sounds like Coach Davis coming out.
Oh, absolutely.
Coach
100%.
I think we got the same ready to roll. We're going to take a look at this thing. You got me all fired up. I want to get in the game, man.
Absolutely.
This is awesome. Let's do it. Wow, nicely done, Jason. At the end, I'm ready to get down and do my burpees myself. I saw him down there in the end doing those burpees. Let's go. Let's get this on. I don't know about my mental aspect, but you know, maybe I need to see him.
Yeah. But, I mean,
great job, Jason.
He's a great guy, and he has a great mindset, and you know, he understands about, you know, tailoring different things, you know, for different people, and that's the biggest thing when it comes to video, is just that storytelling aspect, and understanding that, you know, when it comes to your company and building your brand, there's a story behind that, and we want to be sure that your story is being told in a way that's going to not only capture your audience, but lead them to contact you for your services, or for your product.
Right.
So it's my responsibility as the filmmaker to be sure that I'm understanding you from the business perspective, but also understanding the clients that you want to reach.
Gotcha.
And cool. So that as I'm making this video and this vision come to life, it's covering all bases to ensure that you're getting the traffic and the clientele that you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, it's an investment.
Yeah.
And just like any business owner with any investment, you want to see a return on that investment.
Absolutely.
So I always take that as priority number one, to ensure that everything is being done the way that it should be done to lead to additional revenue.
Yeah, and knowing you for now a couple of years, it's like I'm not surprised with anything you said. I mean, you definitely come to the table with a strong character and a vision, really, to kind of help the people at the end. We've heard a lot now over this being our second show with customer service and focusing on the bottom line. And no, I appreciate you, and it's good to get to know you over the last couple of years.
Absolutely.
So we got a couple more minutes. Anything you want to drive home with Kinard? Other than you're the man? Come on, you're the man. Say it.
Yeah.
Come on, let's say it. He's the man.
Well, I always try to remain humble and do things the right way. So I'll let you say it. I'll let you say it.
He is the man.
But actually, since we have a little bit more time, there is one more video that we can tee up.
Perfect.
And the way that we actually met at the dojo. So I study martial arts. I've been studying martial arts for about 6 years now with Master Murack in Clearwater.
Yep.
He's a world-renowned trainer, fighter.
Let's cut to it, because we're gonna run out of time. So let's make sure we get this in.
Oh, go for it.
Wow, that one made my head hurt, man. That's all I got to say. Yeah. That's all I got to say. That's awesome, Jason.
Thank you.
Great job, and great to be here. Great to have you here. I'm glad you're here and everything. So we're going to close out this show, and this is our second show, Suncoast NPI ITV, and really this is an opportunity for you, the viewer. Get involved with us. We're here to grow your business. We've been around for 29 years, and you come in, become a member, and grow your business, and then you have something like this as a value add to get on Suncoast NPI ITV. It's a no-brainer. It's an absolutely no-brainer. We'd just love for you to come in. We're friendly. We're not militaristic. We're not your granddaddy's networking organization. We're here to help you grow, and we're all about just relationships. Suncoast NPI. When we pull together, we all win.